And as always, we talk about inflation because, as we told you last night, we didn't need a poll to tell us, but the reality is that 88% of Australians are worried about inflation. They're either all the way out of their skin worried about it or obviously pretty concerned. Compare that to all the other issues that we get shoved down our throats all day, every day. That's the one that matters. It mattered months ago, it'll matter months from now, and it should be the headline focus for everyone who talks about politics. But distraction here, distraction there. Point from the PM. And as you know, inflation is at the highest rate it has been, let's all say it together, in 32 years. Of course, the reality here is, as I say, the media used a conversation about cost of living as a weapon to get the election result that they wanted. And I'm not sooking about that election result. I'm just talking about the role the media plays in reflecting issues that are important to them versus reporting on the issues that are important to you. Now, as I say, I don't need a poll to tell me that people care about inflation, but I'll start the show with it every night. I'll start the show with another example about how your life got harder, because that's your responsibility when you get access to a microphone or a camera. Well, have a look at this. We use the computers here at Sky News to work out how many mentions of cost of living were there in the broader media in the week of the election. Well, it was about 7,000. Now it's dropped to 5,000. But in the media that you pay for, apart from what you're watching right now, in election week, 585 mentions of cost of living over and 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 over again. Use it as the crowbar to get the evil government out of power. Yet when it's worse than it was at the election, less than half. What a giant surprise. Of course, we couldn't possibly put a search into our computers about how many times they talk about The Voice, because the Commodore 64 would explode with the number of mentions for an issue that is not concerning 88% of Australians. But as we say, it is there, ABC, all day, every day. Meantime, about those cost of living issues, guess what is about to go up, particularly in New South Wales? Power bills. The Green Keen government, sorry, Dominic, but we all know who's really in charge. Well, they have decided that they are going to put an extra levy on top of everyone else's power prices to make sure that we avoid blackouts. Yes, Matt Kean, who's now the deputy leader of the Liberal Party and will shed as many votes as he gets mentions in the media, off to parties like One Nation and the Shooters and anyone but the Liberal Party at the upcoming New South Wales election. Remember, he was the one who told you to turn off your dishwasher because there's a chance we could have blackouts. Well, the solution is that you should pay more. Now, this is despite the fact that there is more renewable power in the grid than ever before. And isn't it supposed to be the cheapest form of electricity that exists? Oh, that's right. It costs billions of dollars to build, $1 trillion according to the CSIRO. And exactly as we predicted, exactly as I told you, it's you, the taxpayer, or we, the consumer, who have to pay every single time. Another example about how to battle inflation is the Wharfies version of things. They believe that they should get automatic pay rises based off whatever the inflation number is each and every quarter, or at least every year. Now, of course, as this works, it means that the cost to business goes up, inflation goes up, interest rates go up. All of this ends up being bad news. There's an endless spiral that will destroy our economy. But who cares, right? They're in charge now. But I want to tell you about something that is going to be a good development that came out of the Australian Bureau of Statistics today, which is they are going to, yes, still measure inflation on an annual basis. They will still do it on a quarterly basis, but they are also now going to bring it out each and every month. Now, this is going to be a really powerful indicator and a good, strong reminder to the politicians and to the political media class that this issue is front and centre. Now, if the government is to be believed, nothing happens until the middle of 2024. We will know whether that's the case every single month between now and then. And I can tell you, every single night we will talk about it on this show because it matters to you and everyone else.